Shalom.
Shalom.
This is Waco Israel Ministries. We do thank and praise the Most High, Ahayah, bahashem, Yashayah, Barak.
Yes, all praises to the Most High.
We always want to ask for donations. $5, $10, $20, whatever you can give.
It's really much needed for this ministry. We're hoping that we can get phone calls from all our subscribers, especially if you're living in the Jacksonville area. We have a place already that we want to open up, that we have our thoughts on and our prayers on. So keep coming with the donations so we can keep buying the books.
Mm-hmm.
We have one so far for $18, and we don't even ask for that much. All we're asking our subscribers to send is $5, $10 a month, without hurting your income, your bills. And if you can do that, you're going to be a big, big blessing to us, and you're going to be blessed to know all this information.
So,
and all this learning that we came into. And I'm sure there's many of you out there that know already, and that's good. That's what this ministry is about. That's what we want. It's not about us. It's about the Most High.
mm-hmm.
Amen?
Yep.
Right,
so,
Tony?
Yep.
Okay. It's about us. I just go inside. You wouldn't even see me anymore. It's about what the Most High has done for this ministry. So, with that said, we want to say that we appreciate already. Someone sent something from Seattle. Please keep it coming. We have almost 820 subscribers now. So we're hoping even a quarter or a half subscribe to us, and donate to us. We're going to be fine. Okay, because there's so many books out there that we want to get. And if you tuned in the other night, we showed all the books that we bought already. They're awesome. All of them.
So,
thank you. That's our doggy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, John.
So let's open our Bibles tonight. Let's go to Luke 17.
All right. The true word of Luke 17. Okay. Starting from the beginning, Josh.
Luke 17,
26, 20, 23.
Let's go to Luke 17. Luke 17 and verse
11.
20.
Okay. Luke 17, 20. The coming of the kingdom. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees, when the kingdom of Ahayah should come, he answered them and said, now Ahayah is the Most High's true name. It's not God. The kingdom of Ahayah come not with observation. Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there. For behold, the kingdom of Ahayah is within you.
So who is the kingdom of Ahayah within? The children of Israel. Let's go to the book of Romans 11.
Okay. Let's go to Romans 11. Let's 11 or 11 or
11:1.
11:1. Okay, let's see if the Most High is a jealous power, which I believe he is for his people. Romans 11:1. I say then, hath Ahayah cast away his people?
So hath God, or hath the Most High done away with his people. Hath he done away with his people?
The Most High forbid.
So, no, he has not. Read.
For I also am, and this is Paul, I also am a Christian.
A what?
An Israelite.
A Christian.
A Israelite.
A Baptist.
A Israelite.
Roman Catholic.
A Israelite.
Read.
Of the seed of Abraham.
Uh-huh.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
Go to verse 10.
Verse 10, 11:10.
We're going to read a little bit tonight. Say something right fast.
Sure. It was amazing. Like, you know, for the last 5.5, right, maybe almost 6 years, it's sad to say I'm getting used to, what do you call it? I'm actually getting accustomed of Afro-Americans denying who they really are. It doesn't bother me anymore. It saddens me at times. It does. It saddens me that they are the true people of the Most High, but because of deception from the 1600s, they have lost their identity in America.
Read.
Okay. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back away.
Uh-huh.
That's what they're doing. I say then, have they stumbled?
So have the children of Israel stumbled away from their God? Read.
That they should fall.
That they should what?
Fall.
That they should be done away with. As Paul just answered that question in verse 1. Israel is not done away with. But who is Israel?
Don't let him go out, Tony. Let you walk Emma tomorrow.
Read.
Okay. The Most High forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles. No, wait, Josh. No, it says that the Gentiles were saved first and then the Jews. No,
so the Israelites had a fall, so in 70 AD, so that the truth would eventually be brought to the other nations, as Paul did,
John.
As the apostles did, fulfilling the Great Commission of Luke 16. But it's always to his people first.
That's it.
Who are his people, the Hispanics and Negroes.
That's right.
Read.
For to provoke them to jealousy.
So, seeing in Paul's time, when the Gentiles or the other nations would come to the truth, that was being done to encourage Israel to come back to the truth, to move their dependency from Moses to Christ. Not to do away with what Moses taught, but to transfer your spiritual dependence from Christ to Moses.
Awesome, Josh.
I mean, from Moses to Christ.
That's
My
right.
bad.
Now,
Forgive me for that.
It's all right, brother. Now, if the fall, you got that, brother?
Now the fall, read.
Now, if the fall of them be the riches of the world.
So we understand that all the nations of the earth became wealthy or enriched through the captivity or the slavery of these people. From Egypt to Babylon to the Syrian, Medo-Persian, Greek, Rome, and America. And the Arab nations became wealthy as well. Through all their captivities, Israel has physically enriched and spiritually enriched the land of their captives.
Let me say something real quick.
Of their captor.
Right. Let me say something real quick. When you hear Israel, they are not the bloodline. So when you hear that word, and please don't, they are not the bloodline Hebrews.
The Khazars in Israel.
That's right. And the diminishing of them.
So for the nations to be enriched, they had to be diminished, or they had to fall from their covenant in Jeremiah. And we're going to read that tonight in Jeremiah 31. And I'm going to show you a little in Jeremiah 30 as well. But they had to fall. In other words, they had to break whenever they broke the laws of their God. The Most High allowed not allowed the other inferior or weaker nations to dominate them, and they would end up following the religions or the gods or the idols of the nations they fell to. That is why they follow Christianity and Islam today, more or less, because those are the latest two religions that have conquered them, or false gods that they have been subjected to through captivity.
That's right. Good. How much more? Wait. Then be the riches of the world and the diminishing of them, the riches of the Gentiles.
So again, the Gentiles could not have built their nations
without Israel falling.
The Israelites falling and using that as an opportunity to get up above them and build their economic system up on their backs.
Good, John. Watch this. How much more their fullness?
Read.
For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles.
Now, we also know that Paul would reach his people, but predominantly Paul was bringing in the what we would call white Arabs, Turkish, Slavic people, but he would also teach his people, and amongst the congregations of Paul would be Gentiles predominantly, and Israel and Israelites.
That's right.
But see, the difference is the Gentiles weren't trying to be Israelites, and they weren't trying to bring their pagan customs into Paul's assembly.
That's right.
Because Paul wouldn't allow them to bring their heathen customs into his church or his assembly.
Wow. For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles. In other words, when Paul traveled to Asia, folks, listen, he didn't teach them Christianity. There was no such thing in Paul's day. He taught them the law,
he taught them the Bible.
The Bible, that's right.
Read.
I magnify mine office. If by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh.
My what?
My flesh.
So he was reaching the Gentiles in the hope that seeing the Gentiles come to Christ under the Spirit, that Spirit would then woo or manifest it in bringing the Israelites to Christ.
And might save some of them. For if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what shall the receiving of them be but life from the dead?
Read.
For if the first fruit be holy.
So if Israel's holy.
The lump is also holy.
The rest of the people that come under Israel and the doctrine of
They'll
Christ
be holy.
Are part of that original.
If they're keeping
that
the law,
original lump.
That's right.
Read.
And if the root be holy, so are the branches.
Whatever branches off of that understanding becomes righteous.
That's right.
To the Most High.
And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou, being a wild olive tree, wert grafted in among them, and with them partakest of the root and fatness of the olive tree, boast not against the branches.
So Paul told the Gentiles, the righteous Gentiles who were living at his time, not to boast or brag or put yourself above the natural branches. Who are the natural branches?
Come on.
Israel, right?
Israelites, that's right.
Right, read.
That's right.
Always be in order in your spirit when you deal with the truth.
Awesome, Josh. But if thou boast, thou bearest not the root.
So you don't bear the root if you start boasting against Israel, because you're not an Israelite. You're not the root.
Like they're almost saying today, the Christian church is saying they're all Israel. I said, no, you're not. Israel's a nation.
That doctrine is nowhere in the Bible.
That's nowhere in the Bible.
Israelite.
That's right. They are the root, but the root thee. That will say then.
So now people are saying this.
Mary, go ahead. Okay. The branches, go ahead, Mary. The branches were broken off. Okay. Oh, you're not following? All right, good. All right, the branches were broken off that I might be grafted in.
So
Explain, John.
people are saying,
brother.
basically, Israel is done away with, and it's all about the Gentiles.
Oh, watch out.
Stop.
Okay.
Go to Romans 9.
Look at that. Look at that.
Romans 9:1.
Now, how in the world can the Christian church make a statement like this when it's not even in the Word? That's why you Afro-Americans are Hebrews and you lost out with your real nation and your real power.
Mom,
Mary, 9.
verse 1.
I say the truth.
So this is the truth.
Okay.
Yashayah.
And this, again, we like to say this doesn't exclude anybody,
Come on.
but there's an order. There is a biblical order
Oh, yeah.
to this truth.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, John.
And if you don't want to accept this order, then it's not for you.
That's right.
I lie not. My conscience
That's right.
also bearing me witness to the
Yeah.
life
In the Holy.
and
Say the Spirit, Mary. The
in
Holy
the Holy Spirit
Okay.
that I have great
Heaviness. Okay.
and continual sorrow in my
Look at
heart.
that. In His Spirit. Look at that.
Read.
For I could get Mary.
For I could
Wish.
wish that myself were accused
Wow.
from Yashayah or Mashach for my brethren,
For my what?
My brethren.
For Christians.
my brethren,
Read.
my kinsmen,
My what?
kinsmen,
My kinsmen. Read.
according to the flesh,
According to the Spirit.
the flesh,
The Spirit.
the flesh,
The what?
the flesh,
Read
Who
that.
are Israelites?
Who are what?
Who are Israelites?
Who are everybody?
Who are Israelites?
Who are Christians?
Who are
Who
Israelites?
are Roman Catholics?
Who are
Who
Israelites?
are black Muslims?
Who are Israelites? To whom pertaineth?
To whom what?
Pertaineth.
Or belongs? See,
Come on.
now let's see what belongs to the so-called Negro, according to the Bible.
Come on. The adoption.
The what?
The adoption.
Which is Christ dying on the tree.
And the
Read.
glory.
And the what?
And the glory.
And the kingdom to come. Read.
And the covenants.
And the what?
And the covenants.
The new and old covenants.
Come
Read.
on. And the giving of the law.
The giving of the what?
The giving of Christianity.
The giving of what?
The giving of Muslims.
The giving of who?
The law.
The what?
The law.
Read.
That the service of Ahayah and the promises.
And the what?
And the services of Ahayah and the promises.
And the promises.
Look
Read.
at that. Okay, Mary. Who's?
whose are the fathers,
Uh-huh.
and of whom, as concerning
There it is again.
The what?
The what?
the flesh,
So
Uh-huh.
Christ came according to the what?
flesh,
The
Uh-huh.
what?
flesh,
So Christ was not born of a virgin birth.
That's right.
Read.
Who is over all? Ahayah blessed forever. Amen.
Read.
Not as though the word of Ahayah had taken none effect.
So this word is going to come to pass whether you want it to or you believe it or
That's
not.
right.
Read.
For they are not all Israel.
They are what?
They are not all Israel.
So not everyone that came from the seed of Israel or the seed of Abraham are the chosen, because we know that Jacob, Esau came from the seed of Abraham,
Mm-hmm.
and Ishmael came from Abraham.
Which are of Israel? Neither, because they are the seed of Abraham.
Now,
Or-
this is also pertaining to people who just believe in being an Israelite is going to get you in.
Oh, no.
No, you have to believe in Christ.
That's right. Because they are the seed of Abraham.
So, because these people are the seed of Abraham, meaning physically they came from the genetic line of Abraham. Like Ishmael, who was born at least 20 years prior to Isaac, then Esau, who was the firstborn of Isaac. Read.
Okay. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children.
Are they all what?
Are they all
So,
children?
in other words, children in the sense of promised seed.
Come on. But
Now, does that mean these people are excluded from heaven? Or no.
Uh-uh.
They're just not the promised.
That's right. In Isaac,
And who?
not Ishmael,
Not Esau.
Not Esau. In Isaac shall thy seed be called.
We know in Genesis 32:28 what did God say to Jacob? He said, your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. For being a prince, you have power with the Most High.
Wow, that's right.
And with men.
Wow.
Read.
That is, they which are the children of the flesh.
So the children of the flesh, meaning they weren't given the promise of inheritance.
These are not the children of the Most High. These are not.
So what are the Jewish people?
They
are
Israel.
What?
They are not.
They are.
They are not.
No, 1948 says they are.
They are not.
No, the UN says they are.
They are not the children of Ahayah.
Now, can they still be saved? Of course.
In time, yeah. But the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
Read.
For this is the word of promise.
Say something real fast.
All right. You see, many years we sat in Christianity, my wife and I, and I'm meeting so many Christians now that are really getting a hold of this truth. And this is a worldwide spread of awakening. It is not a movement. No one's going to stop this awakening. I don't care what pastor tells you not to listen to this awakening. You're not going to stop it. Once the Most High puts something in motion, you can't stop it. Yeah, sure, there's been movements like speaking in the unknown tongue, which is false. There's a movement about people getting healed and they're not and they're dying. This is the real awakening that Paul spoke about.
Read.
What verse? 8, Mary? That 9, Mary? For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born.
So before they were born.
Come on. Neither having done any good or evil.
So in other words, before they did anything.
That the purpose of Ahayah.
So his purpose was to do what? To choose Jacob or Israel.
That's right.
To be the progenitor of the Negroes and the Latinos. To be the progenitor of the righteous seed in the earth.
That the promise of Ahayah, according to election, might stand. Not of works, but of him that called.
So Jacob was chosen before he was born. Read.
That's right.
It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Now, they don't want you to know this because they don't want to know you're the elder and you're the younger and they're the elder. They want you to serve them.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
You see, now I hear Christian pastors say, that kind of love, hate, it wasn't in the Most High's heart to hate Esau. You know what? It was. Through all these years, I realized it really was. He hated Esau because he sold himself, all right, into sin. As it is written.
Stop.
Okay.
Go to Romans 3:1.
Romans 3:1. Okay. Oh, Romans 3:1. Romans 3:1. And we can make it short time. Stay warm. What's this? Romans 3:1. We all have it?
Yeah.
Romans 3:1. What advantage then hath the Hebrew, the Jew?
Uh-huh.
That's what it really means. Or what profit is there of circumcision? Much every way, chiefly.
So
that means
what advantage
one,
is it in you knowing who you are? Chiefly, read.
Because that unto them,
unto everyone,
that unto them,
who
them were committed the oracles of Ahayah.
Read.
For what if some did not believe?
Read.
Shall their unbelief make the faith?
This is for those of you who want to argue and try to fight this truth.
Come on.
It doesn't matter what you believe. It matters what God says.
What the word says, that's right. Shall their unbelief make the faith of Ahayah without effect?
God forbid.
The power forgive. That's
now,
right. Let the power be true, but every man a liar.
Go to Jeremiah 31.
Okay.
31.
Sure, flick that. stand up for that. Jeremiah 31. Great man of the Most High. The only prophets I know about, Josh, today in the world are in the Bible.
I got it.
Jeremiah 31:31.
Did you know in Paul's day, in Peter's day, that the apostleship was done away with? The gift of tongues was done away with? Jeremiah 31. What verse, Josh?
31.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it.
In the city.
Okay, wait, hold on. I just turned the page. 31, ready? Jeremiah, what was it? 31:31. Do I have that? Yeah. Okay, ready? Behold, the days come, saith the Most High. Got it, Mary?
Uh-huh.
That I will make a new covenant
Uh-huh.
with the house of Israel. Now, we heard one night Creflo Dollar blow this thing out of the water, all twisted and wrong. Make a new covenant with the house of Israel.
Read.
And with the house of Judah,
Read.
Ahudah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt,
Read.
with which my covenant they break because they chose to break it.
Uh-huh.
Dollar said they didn't want to keep it. No, they chose not to take it. They couldn't keep it. No, they chose not to keep it. Although I was a husband unto them, saith the Most High,
Uh-huh.
but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Most High, I will put my law
Mm-hmm.
in their inward parts and write in their minds, their spirit, and will be their power, and they shall be my people.
Mm-hmm. So go to John 5:38. We'll close with that.
The true word, Josh?
Yeah, John 5:38.
Okay. You want to show a flip to it tonight, Josh?
No,
Want to show a
John
flip to it? Don't stop
5:38.
doing that, Josh. What is it, John?
5:38.
5:38. Okay, Mary, you read it. You want me to finish it, Josh? You want Mom to read it? All right, 5:28.
38.
Oh, 38. Okay. Hold on, let me find it. I know I underlined it. Okay, we got it, Mary. This is good. Now listen. Okay, take your time. You want me to read it? And ye get me
have not his word abiding
in you.
for whom he has sent him ye believe not.
So
Come on.
Christ came and people didn't believe him when he was here in the flesh. How much more do you think they won't believe when people come in his name, his true name, and declare his truth?
Come
Read.
on.
Search the scriptures.
The what?
Search the scriptures.
No, believe a man.
Search the scriptures.
Search the what?
Search the
So
scriptures.
that means research. Okay.
For in them ye think ye have eternal life.
So in them, because people who don't read the scriptures
Mm-hmm.
and just believe what they're told about them,
Come on, lad.
believe they have life.
That's right.
And they are they which testify of me.
I know. Watch and listen to this. And ye will not come to me like today. They stay in their lying Christian church and won't come back to the Father. And ye will not come to me that ye might have life.
Mm-hmm.
I receive not honor from men.
So his doctrine and his teaching does not receive honor from the majority of people.
You know that, Christians, you want honor from people. All right? That ye might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that ye have not the love of the Most High in you. Get married.
I have come in my Father's name, and ye receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him ye will receive.
That's right.
So if someone else comes in his own authority or position, they'll receive that
And
doctrine
false
above
doctrine.
Christ.
That's right. How
How
can
can ye believe
Good.
which receive honor one of another,
good?
and seek not the honor that cometh from Ahayah only?
So stop.
Wow.
So we have to make sure our doctrine is what Christ taught and
Come
what
on,
his
Josh.
apostles taught and what they handed down before it was corrupted by Rome and the Catholic Church and Christianity.
Now you've heard us say this 100, maybe 200 times. What is his doctrine? His doctrine is the law, the feast, the Sabbath, the eating of clean food. All right, the holy days, not the holidays, not birthdays, not Roman festival days during the year. If you're doing this, you're a pagan. There's just no other way to say it.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no other way to tell you.
Right?
You've got to know the Bible, come out of Babylon, and walk right.
Exactly. So with that, we like to say shalom until the Sabbath.
Shalom.
See you Friday.